And welcome to this week's Grimm Tales, the podcast. That's right, we are here for another episode right at you. I know on the last one we did not announce what we were going to do because we were overworked.
Pretty much.
And that tends to happen sometimes. But here it is right here behind us. If you haven't seen this movie, I'm going to tell you right now, stop. Don't continue. Watch the movie.
No spoilers.
Come back to this when you've watched the movie because we're going to talk about. That's what we do here on the show. This is not a review show. This is a discussion show. So we're gonna take this movie apart piece by piece, discuss it, blah blah blah. We're gonna tickle its ass, and we're gonna let you know by the end of it how we feel about it.
I didn't know we were gonna tickle its ass, but I'm a game.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, surprise.
Do it.
As you know, what we do here on this show is we break down horror movies that we tend to pick out and go over. Usually it's a pick by me, and then it's a pick by VC Lawrence, so forth and so on. I haven't gotten around to, should we announce who picks what, or does it matter? I don't really know.
You mean the dates or the...
No, like who picks what movie? Should we announce that, or should we not announce that? I don't know. Like, is that important? I don't know if that's even important.
You're going to have to excuse me, but I don't understand the question. You mean as who picks them, as in me or you?
Like, who picks that movie? Like, usually I pick one movie and you pick another movie.
Well, I see what you're saying. So tonight's movie, for example.
Yeah,
we could say that. Yeah, you picked it. Yep.
Okay, all right. So I guess,
pick, yep.
okay, so I guess from now on what we'll do, because I'm trying to make sure we add the scripts in properly and all the content that we need to talk about. So
I don't see why not.
Yeah, just, we'll keep a scoring count by the end of the year by the end of the season to see who's picked the most good movies.
That would actually be fun.
Yeah. See which ones are the highest rated ones. So, yeah, tonight is mine. Pick this one out of my ass. I seen Nick Cage, as you can see in the picture behind us here. I seen Nick Cage, and I was like, I haven't seen Nick Cage in a movie in a long-ass time. Yeah. And I know motherfucker does like 18 movies a year.
He needs that money.
He needs that money. He's paying off all that fucking debt that he put himself through. And not all of them are good. And I've heard some really bad stories about some of the movies that he does, and so I see him in, I'll be on Netflix and I'll see his face pop up, and I'm like, there's another Nick Cage movie, and I'll just ignore it. But
because he does big movies and then he does these smaller movies.
He doesn't really do too many big movies anymore. He hasn't done a big movie in years, except for that new thing he recently just came out with, where it's like a parody of his own life. I haven't watched it yet though.
I haven't heard of it.
Or not a parody of his life, but it's like it's supposed to be him and how he's like he thinks he's like this big celebrity when he's really not anymore, but he's like a has-been or some shit. I don't know. It's supposed to be funny as hell, like he's making fun of himself. Hey, whatever. I don't know. But yeah, we're doing Mandy right here. If you guys have not watched this film, like I said, stop and go watch this film. And then
I do recommend you watch it.
Absolutely. Highly recommend it. If you are a subscriber of Shudder, it's on there. It's on Shudder. If not, I believe you can rent it. And you know what? Honestly, I think it's worth a rent, depending on how much it is. Like, if it's within the $4 to $6 range rent, sure. Mm-hmm. If it's any more than that, no, probably not. Maybe it's probably worth just getting the Shudder account at that point.
I think so. I don't think there is a movie even a brand new movie that I would rent. I don't know. But see, it depends. Like, if it's something we see, a good movie.
If it's something we see that we know we have to fucking go over, then
it's different, right?
Yeah. But I mean, for my own, it's like it's got to be really good for me to want to rent it.
Yeah.
But no, like I said, yeah. If you guys haven't seen this movie, stop. Don't watch the rest of this episode because we're going to talk about a lot of shit because that's what we do by now. You should know that's what we do here. So stop, watch the movie, drop, throw it down,
and roll.
Actually,
roll.
No, I was actually going with fucking what's that? DMX.
Oh, stop.
Yeah,
and I forget the other.
Yeah. Was it stop, drop, let them down? I don't know. Fuck, whatever. We'll skip that because I'll make myself out of an asshole.
Yeah, you can't rap.
No, I can't. Right. No, I'm not. I can make beats. But I attempted once to put raps over it, and I sounded like an asshole, so we won't do that again. Not even a good asshole, like a dirty, muddy asshole.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, just stop right now if you haven't seen the movie. Watch the movie. It's worth a watch, especially if you have Shudder. Then come back to this, and then we can get into the discussion, because that's what this episode is about. It's about discussing Mandy, this wonderful weird, surprisingly okay for a shitty movie kind of deal, right? It's it's a good shitty movie. That's the best I can say.
Well, this definitely was. This is one of those good dumps that you're proud of. You look back down and like, I did that.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah.
Like this is absolutely a shitty movie, but it is a good shitty movie. It's really good. Like
yes, definitely.
This is definitely one of those Nicolas Cage movies that I highly recommend. Obviously he's done better movies in the past, but this is like a good example of what he's still got. You know, he's he's still the eccentric weirdo that he's always been too. So, I mean, there's that. I don't even know how old fucking Nick Cage is. Fuck, I should have looked that up. Motherfucker's, God, he's been around for so fucking long. Motherfucker's been acting at least since I've been a kid. You know, so we're talking a good.
Well, he's been around 40. No, not that much. 30 years.
He had to be
years,
he had to be in his because he was doing like 80s movies and shit. He had to be in his like I'd say early to mid 20s when he was doing those movies. So he's got to be in his 50s. He's got to be in his 50s by now. Because if I'm pushing my 40s, he's in his 50s. Got to be.
He's an old fart.
Maybe even pushing 60. Maybe. He looks good for his age, though. I'll give him that.
He does.
He still looks the same. He still looks the same. He doesn't look any different than old school Nick Cage. So,
no, his face hasn't changed.
No, it's not. He's a fucking vampire. It's just like he's a vampire. Yeah. We're putting that out there. He's a fucking vampire. But as you can see, I got a plethora of notes here that I will be back to front notes. Several pages that I'm going to be going over as my script for the night. Not script of the show because, as you know, this show is not scripted. We just like to write down what we're going to talk about. I mean, because that's the right thing to do.
Well, we call them key points. These are the points we want to hit. Yeah.
Also, before I get into anything, this is our little monologuing that we need to do before anything. By now, you will be hearing these shows. You probably listened to a couple other ones. You've probably already the last few. You've probably already heard, and we're going to announce it on this one. By now, you have them as an audio option. So if you're one of the people who are listening to this on the audio platforms, that is Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, so forth and so on. Thank you for joining us. We will be a little more mindful of the fact that you guys are listening instead of actually watching the show. So we'll read out some shit if we actually have text on screen. But yeah, like I said, you can find this show not only, as always, on the YouTube channel, because the YouTube channel is the main home of the video version. I mean, that's not to say it's not going to be anywhere else, but as of right now, it can only be found on YouTube for right now. But the video form is on YouTube. That is, if you're looking for the URL, that is youtube.com/@Noble_GI. But if you don't want to do that, there is a URL right here on screen, and I will read it out in a second. That URL right there, that is the URL to our link tree, and that link tree has all things Noble and Noble associated. So in there, that link is http:// yeah, because you always have that shit that's important. linktr.ee/Noble_GI. That is linktr.ee/Noble_GI. Go to that, and all things are available there. Like I said, we will try to read as much as we can on screen if we're going to have something that's not, that's going to be in video specifically.
Right.
We'll try to be mindful of that. We're really trying to make sure that we're mindful that this is going to be on multiple platforms. So yeah, I don't know if you have anything you need to monologue, but I mean that URL pretty much covers the majority of everything. I think we've got
pretty much that has all Noble things and also associated things like the radio station, synpopradio.com. You'll find that right in there. So click on it, scan it, do what you gotta do.
Get in there, get in that URL, pass it around. Discord. Again, I will always emphasize this. Discord is very important. So if you have any interest in talking to us, whether it be vocally or in text or being on a show for whatever that reason.
That's where to do it. Yeah.
That's where it is. Get your requests in. Get your friends in there. Get everybody involved. We want everybody. As long as you're fucking drama-free, we want you involved. Don't be an asshole. I mean, don't be a bigger asshole than we are.
Be a friendly asshole.
Exactly. So yeah, get in the Discord. Get on the YouTube. Comment on the videos. Pass those videos around. You watch these. They come out every Friday, 12 o'clock p.m. EST on the YouTube channel and everywhere else. pass them around, share with your friends. The more the merrier. The more you pass these around, you have no idea how much it helps.
Oh,
okay, it helps.
Oh yeah.
But I think for the most part, we've monologued enough. Yeah, I think that's like a good 11 minutes of monologue. It's a little more than usual. We got it all out of the way. I think now we can talk about this wonderful piece of dumpster doo doo. This is good dumpster doo doo. It's not a dumpster fire. It is a shitty movie. I say it's a shitty movie because it's a really low budget film. The movie the movie cost $6 million. Okay, and I'm not gonna
chump change.
It's not chump change, but considering the fact that a few actors were in this, they probably took the majority of it. I mean, Nick Cage probably took at least half of that.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? Fucking, I don't.
At least.
I don't know. I know if I remember. Damn, I didn't write this down. I know I looked it up, but I didn't write it down. I know he's worth. I think he's still worth like 20 some odd million. His net worth is still worth like 27 million or some shit. So even though
he is rich and he just doesn't take a rest.
Well, he's not rich because he's in debt.
I guess.
So he's got a lot of debt. The IRS is all over his ass for like. What did he had a fucking island? He bought a fucking island or some shit. He did a lot of look it up. Look at all the dumb shit he did with his money, dude.
Dumb shit.
He did a lot. No, he's like the poster child. He's like the poster child for doing dumb shit with money, dude. Wow. I think he bought like a couple. Like he did the Mike Tyson. I think he owned a couple exotic animals and shit.
Jesus Christ.
Like damn. Like, but hey, like I said,
that was probably his tiger in the movie.
No, he don't have that shit no more. He don't have that shit no more. There's no way. But yeah, I'll go over the actual financial information later on. But yeah, it's a $6 million movie, which compared to a lot of movies is not a lot. I mean, don't get me wrong. I would love $6 million.
Oh yeah,
I could do a lot with $6 million. But for a film with Nicolas Cage in it and a number of other notable actors in it, $6 million isn't that much. Like we had, I'm gonna tell you right now, just off the back of my head, I will tell you where are they at. I got them actually written down, so we'll go over that before we actually get into the synopsis of the film.
Let's do the cast, right?
Not all of them. I don't have all of them. I have them over here, but I'm just only doing like key ones that I'm familiar with. I'm familiar with a lot more in this, but these are the ones that really stuck out. Okay. What's it? Let me make sure. Okay, what do we got? Okay, of course we have Nick Cage, right?
Of course.
I mean, I don't even know if I really need to justify it. I mean, Ghost Rider, National Treasure, Face Off, Con Air, fucking The Rock. I mean, I could go on. He's been around for a long time. He's done a lot of fucking movies.
And he played Red in the movie Red.
Yeah, he played Red in this movie. So yeah, which weird name. I don't think they ever actually even said his name in the movie, so I didn't even know his name was Red until I looked it up. So.
I don't. Well, no, you're right. I don't think it was mentioned. I only learned when I was reading the cast. You know.
Yeah, exactly. It said Red.
It's Red.
I'm like, okay.
Yeah. R-E-D. Like what? Okay. Whatever.
What is it? Lomas Roach. Lomas
Roach. Yes.
As Jeremiah. Now here's the thing. I actually know him from a number of things. I think he's a great actor.
Great actor.
He's been in Batman Begins. As he was Thomas Wayne in Batman Begins. The Chronicles of Riddick. He was a purifier in Chronicles of Riddick.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But the one thing that he did that I really noticed, like that I know him from, that really really stuck. Don't get me wrong. I really noticed him from the other things too. But the thing was, he was King Egbert in the Vikings series. And obviously he was, several episodes. He was a big role in that show. And I loved his character in that. He was very eccentric, very weird, fucking just shot out. And this movie portrayed a lot of that. So he was Jeremiah in this one, and he stood out a lot. What else we got? We got Andrea Rosenbro.
Ribocro? No. Ribocro?
Riseborough. She's Mandy. I'm probably butchering that. If you're watching this, Miss... I'm sorry.
Miss Boo Boo?
Yeah, I am absolutely sorry. Don't mean to butcher your name. But yeah, she played Mandy. We have Bill Duke. Okay, Bill Duke. He had a short role as as Carruthers, right? He was the guy who gave him the crossbow.
Yeah. Okay. When he went to that
The trailer. Yeah. He was in a lot of old school movies. He was in the original Predator with Arnold Schwarzenegger. He was also in the Commando, the original Commando movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Okay.
And Deep Cover and a lot of other TV shows and movies. He's been in a lot of shit. Who else we got? Richard. Here we go. Richard Brake as the chemist. He's been in a lot of. He's been in a lot of horror movies. He's in a lot of Rob Zombie horror movies and a lot of shit. He's in 3 from Hell. He was the third guy, the additive in 3 from Hell. What is it? Oh, what else is he? He's in the new Monsters movie. I didn't know that. I haven't watched it yet, but he's in that.
Okay.
What else was there? Oh my god, I can't go. Like, he's been in a lot. Like, he's one of those guys that are in like horror movies galore. Like, he's just in so many. So I mean, you'll recognize him if you know him. But I mean, and those are the notable ones. Don't get me wrong. There are other ones that I've known as well. But that's the reason why I say $6 million probably wasn't a lot.
No, most of that went to the actors.
Most of that went to the actors, exactly. So yeah, the movie's got a really interesting cast for a very low budget film. It's got an interesting cast. So yeah, I was actually not. Even though I picked this movie out of a hat, and I did not really like go into it going, okay, how awesome is this movie going to be?
And I will admit that during the beginning of the movie, it was somewhat of a tough movie to stay in focus with because it started off extremely slow.
No, it's very slow, very quiet, very atmospheric. Which, here's the thing, I love the atmospheric. I
understand it was character development, and I did enjoy that part of it, but it was just extremely slow to the go.
Yes, very much so.
Yeah, but in that time we learned that, they location was, what was it? Shadow Mountain somewhere. Oh, you know what's funny? The area was called Crystal Lake.
Yeah, it was. I did notice that. Yeah.
Yeah, like in Jason, right? So that was weird. They would use that.
I didn't at first all right, I will tell you, like, because this is still very early in the movie when they're like laying in bed together.
Right.
I didn't understand that. I understood later in the film what was going on in their bedroom, but that one scene, it looked like they were laying on the roof, and I'm like, what the fuck are they sleeping on the roof for? I didn't know, because you notice they were surrounded in glass. Their bedroom, like they're surrounded in glass.
Those scenes, when you get to the middle, make a lot of sense. I mean, he really loved this woman.
Yeah,
and from what I understand, they both came from troubled pasts. So when they found each other, it was magic. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes. So here's my problem with that. You mentioned that, right? Because there's no real good way to mention this anywhere in the film, right? Because they don't fucking. All right, we'll get to it at some point in the show, but there was a point where he like does something, and you're like, okay, he has a past, right?
Right.
But they don't ever fucking tell you what his past is, and that actually annoyed me, because I'm like,
it was an insinuation.
Yeah,
and it happened with both of them. You could tell they both had a past, but they never went into what that past was.
No, they didn't.
The only thing was
like I was saying about the crossbow part, which we'll get to. We'll get to what the cross. I know you guys are like, what the fuck's to do with the crossbow? We'll get to that in a minute. But even with the crossbow part, you were like, oh, they were explaining where and it even had a name. The crossbow had a fucking name. So if it's got a name, it means he's used it before. So it's like, on what? Like, what did you guys do before this movie? Like, what? Like, fuck.
I'm thinking he might have been ex-military or something of some sort.
It's possible. I mean,
maybe.
But without the actual confirmation, like, there's way too much. Yeah, I mean, he could be an ex-serial killer for all I fucking know. I don't know. Like,
could have been, yeah.
Like, I don't know. They didn't really, like, say anything.
All I know that they both were attempting to have a quiet, simple life.
Yeah. They lived out in the middle of the fucking... Like, here's the thing. I live out in the mountains. These motherfuckers lived out...
They live in the Pacific Northwest.
They lived out in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Yeah, they're up in the hills, the mountains type.
Like, I'm pretty rural, but I'm not that fucking rural. Like, god damn.
Yeah, they were up there. They were in the sticks.
Yeah, absolutely were.
Which makes sense, because you normally find cults and everything in places like that, in the sticks, far, far from civilization.
Fuck, man, I really wish I would have fucking looked that up. I don't know. I want to say this movie took place in the 60s or 70s.
I'm gonna say 80s.
But that's the thing. I don't like. In the 80s, there wasn't really like that whole culty thing. That was more of a 60s, 70s thing. Like you had like Charlie Manson and the Manson family and shit. Like that was a big deal. And like he's sitting there talking about like bands from the 70s and shit. Nobody was listening to bands from the 70s in the 80s like that, unless it was like the super early 80s. You know what I mean? Like
and they never do place themselves in a timeline. Like they never mention
they don't.
It, so we don't know.
The car, even the vehicles themselves don't really date themselves really well. So it's like he was a lumberjack or some shit. Which I'm gonna say before they even got to the scene where they were laying in bed, the movie like opens up to him cutting down some trees and shit. And he's like, I guess his job's over for the day, and he starts walking to the helicopter, which is weird because I guess they get flown in. That's weird.
Yes.
Whatever. So he's walking towards a helicopter, and like he's a lumberjack. He's cutting down trees in the middle of the forest, and he's smoking a cigarette. And he grabs a fucking cigarette and just chucks it into the woods.
It's fucked up. You mentioned it's funny you mentioned because the first thing they bro, forest fire. Like, what are you doing?
Like my guy. Like, I mean, you're ruining your job, man. You're gonna burn down the motherfucker. You ain't got no goddamn trees to cut down. So.
Same thing. I thought the same damn thing, bro. Where's that bear that always pops up when there's a fire?
Man. What is his fucking name? Now you're gonna kill me with that. I can't remember. Only you can prevent forest fires.
Yes.
Fucking hell. Smokey.
Smokey, yeah. Smokey the bear.
You know what the fucked up thing about that is? You know the only reason why I remember that?
Why?
Is because of Friday.
Okay.
Smokey!
Those were good movies, all of them.
They were good comical movies.
Comical movies, yes.
Yeah, knocked the fuck out. All right, before we get to that, what are those fucking move into something that's not relevant. So yeah, he's a lumberjack out in the middle of nowhere. She works in like a fucking convenience store out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, she's a store clerk, basically.
Like selling apples and shit. I don't know, some shit like that.
And she's obviously into books, and paintings and colors and space.
Yeah.
Very,
Which we're gonna get to that later, but yeah, I don't know. It was like you said. It started out with just them. It was pretty much them through the whole first 10 minutes of the movie, just them going from scene to scene to scene.
Let me explain real quick, and it makes sense because the movie is actually divided into 3 segments.
Okay, yeah, that is true.
Shortly. So that segment, I wrote it down. So that entire first segment when they're together, cuddling up and everything, had a name, and I'm trying to find it.
Swagger.
Mine is. See, this is what I had. I take all these damn notes, and when I need them, boom.
That's the way it works, though. That is usually how it works. I have fucking notes by notes all over the fucking place, but
okay. All right here. So Shadow Mountains was the first. So should I read all 3 of them right now? I mean, because we haven't talked about those
you might as well.
Anyway.
No, that's fine. I mean, because we'll get to them. We'll let you know when we're in that particular part.
When we're in those particular parts, yeah. So the first is Shadow Mountains. I'm guessing because they were showing scenes of the mountains with them in the backgrounds. At one point, they were in a boat and everything, just having fun. The second one is called Children of the New Dawn,
which we'll get to. Which we'll get to when we get there.
And then the final chapter was called Mandy, her name. Yeah. And you'll learn why when we get to that.
Exactly. Now, like I said, the first 10 minutes of this movie, I was really within the first 10, 15 minutes of this movie, I'm like, I didn't know what kind of fucking movie it was going to be. Like, I didn't know.
10 minutes of the movie, I was heavily thinking of kicking you in the dick.
So did I. Like, I'm like, oh man, is this going to be another fucking, like, God damn it. Like, because what was the last one we did?
Oh my God,
dude. It was bad. I remember. Well, I thought it was bad.
I know that.
Red Snow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be Red Snow level. It wasn't. It definitely wasn't. No. Which here's the thing: Red Snow was probably a higher budget than this fucking movie, and that's what made me mad.
Crazy, right?
Now, like I said, though, like the first 15 minutes of this movie, I did not know if I was going to like it. I didn't know what kind of plot it was going to. I didn't understand it. I was like, what the fuck is this movie about? Like, I seen the trailer. The trailer looked okay. It looked weird, but it looked okay. And I'm like, what the fuck is this movie about? And
I've seen movies like this before, too. There's a movie out there called Antichrist that is very, like,
Antichrist is wild.
Similar.
Yeah, Antichrist is wild.
It is wild. No, it gets wild, but it's also about two people and their relationship, and yeah, it gets nasty and wild. Don't you see penetration in that movie?
Oh, you sure do.
I believe you do in the beginning. Yeah, that was fucking crazy.
It's not pleasant.
Penetration.
It's not. It's not pleasant either. It's quite unpleasant.
But yeah.
But no, it's like you know, like, and okay, for example, like one of like a lot of dialogue, a lot of talking. There was one scene, and I actually appreciated this scene. It was one scene where they were laying in bed, and he was asking her, like, did she read the book about the planets? And she was like, you know, what's your favorite planet? And then she asked him what his favorite planet was, and he said it. But I do like the cheesy reference that he made. He was like, no, I changed my mind. And he says, or she's like, well, what planet do you like? He's like, Galactus.
And I can tell you this: the movie was a horror movie, but it had some funny moments.
Well, it's Nick Cage. Even if he's not trying to be funny, he's fucking funny.
Oh yes.
But no, he's like, when I know he's a big comic book nerd. He really likes comic books and shit. Because I mean, there was a one point in time where he was supposed to play Superman that never happened. So he made a reference to Galactus in this, which is basically he's like that's my favorite planet. She's like, that's not a planet. He's like, no, but it eats planets, and that was cool. I thought that reference was cute, like little comic nerd reference. I don't know if that was ad-libbed or not, but bravo, you know.
And then past all the mushy stuff and everything, which was needed because we learned a lot, about the characters. Then we skip to the scene where we're introduced to the cult.
No. We didn't get there yet. I do have something to mention, which in this.
Before that?
Yeah. Mind you, it was still in the scenes where it's very quiet, very atmospheric. Like I said, this movie is a very atmospheric movie. Even later on, it's still like the music is very low tone, very eerie. Like the movie itself is a very atmospheric movie, and if you like that, which I do appreciate atmospheric movies. It was really, really good. But then there was a point where she was having a dream, and she heard a noise, and she walked out. Now this actually kind of bugged me a little bit. I'll give it any movie that can actually move me in whatever way, either scare me or make me feel any movie that can make me feel an emotion. I will give it credit because that's that's what I look for in these movies. I need to be moved. And there's a scene with the stillborn doe.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah,
like you hear the deer in the distance crying, and she's walking towards it, and all of a sudden she gets there. The deer is nowhere to be found, and it's just a stillborn doe laying in the ground with his mouth open and just like dead because it's stillborn. Right. And I'm watching. I'm like, damn, that's fucking sad.
I remember when she. Yeah, I know. And then there was a portion that she was telling Nicolas Cage about
the memory
used to take her out
with the birds.
Yeah, he used to put birds in a sack or whatever and have the children smash them against the ground.
Yeah,
like that.
Yeah, that she was telling me basically like when it finally came to her, she just screamed and ran away. And I'm like, damn, that's a fucked up ass childhood, like
fucked up fucking thing to do to your daughter. Like what the hell?
No, absolutely. So I mean, like that was kind of like that whole. They didn't. Here's the thing: they went into her having a fucked up childhood. But they never really went into him, and that's what bothered me. They never really nowhere in this movie. I'm gonna let you know that right now. Nowhere and this is the one frustrating thing about this movie to me. Nowhere in this fucking movie did they ever explain what he did before this movie. Nowhere.
They never no.
And that annoyed me. That I will hold. Like it's not gonna destroy this movie for me, but. Fuck, like that needed to be fixed. But yeah, now we go to her taking a walk in the woods, and we get introduced to the children of the New Dawn.
Yeah, so she's walking down the street, and I'm going to mention that the movie was, I'm going to say 85% of the time filmed in this crimson look. It was like a red,
like a red filter, which I'll get to in a minute why I think that was done. But go on.
Yeah, which to me, I liked it. I liked it a lot. It was different for me. I really enjoyed it. And so she's walking down. I'm guessing she was coming from work or something. We don't really know where she was coming from.
To or from work, one of the two.
Yeah. And then this cult happens to be driving down the street. and he just sees.
Well, okay, mind you, just to set the scene, it wasn't a street. It was like an old, funky dirt road.
Yeah, you just say that. Yeah, it was like a backwoods type.
Yeah,
shit,
yeah. It was definitely there was no civilization around for some odd reason. It's just bad timing for her, good timing for them.
It really went hard on depicting his attraction to her. Like the camera went slow motion and everything.
Yeah.
As he was walking, it kept panning back to him, to her, to him, to her. So they really depicted that attraction that he found towards her.
Absolutely, no, they did.
Right.
Now, here's the thing: before we even go into it, I will make a comment on the filters of this movie because it is a lot. It's done a lot. This now.
Oh, it's done a lot.
I think, and you know what? Bravo, fine for this. I get it, because I have seen movies do this right and wrong. This is like a kind of a producer and director trick. If your gear, like your costumes, aren't really good quality, but you want them to look good, you do little camera effects like shading, lighting, shit like that, so they look more intimidating than they actually are. Because some of these costumes could have been like shitty ass cheesy rubber masks with paint on them, but they look better in the lighting. So
and the whole movie was dark. Like it was filmed dark.
It was very dark.
Yeah, it was dark. Yeah.
So I mean, I totally get why they did that, and so, some of it was a little too much. I will say it's all right, but like there was like having some scenes with it was fine, but having like damn near 10 minutes of a whole fucking thing in red, that was a little much.
I found myself not even able to see through the filter sometimes. I don't know if you got that way.
I did, but probably because I'm fucking colorblind. But
that's what I'm saying. I don't know. So I don't know if the regular audience would, because I'm also visually impaired. So, but I don't know if regular audience would have seen that. But I found myself having a hard time working through that filter sometimes. But it worked, nonetheless.
It wasn't. It was a little bit overly used, but it wasn't. It wasn't enough to break the film for me.
No.
Now, you get to it and whatever. Now, mind you, that we're still in that point where we're not really doing too much dialogue. We're still doing a lot of scene-based. But then you get back to that, the Children of the Dawn in wherever the fuck they are, whatever house or whatever the fuck they're staying in.
It was like a pyramid shape.
No. We didn't even get there yet. We weren't even there yet. They were in like a little fucking gas station or some shit.
Was that a gas station?
Yeah, okay. They weren't even at the fucking pyramid thing yet. We'll get to that later.
Okay.
But
this
fucking
is where that one lady's leaning over him and everything.
And he's like basically telling her to leave her the fuck alone because she doesn't give him a hard on no more, and he's obsessed with her basically. Which good old Egbert, I'm gonna call him that. I can't remember his name. God, he's got a weird name. What the fuck was his name? Hold on, I got it written down here.
You're talking about who? The Jeremiah or
Loomis Roach or whatever it is. The one who played Jeremiah. We'll just call him Jeremiah for the rest of the show. He did a wonderful job of this character. I'm just gonna say, which he owns his characters anyway. Like I'm just gonna say from other shit that I've seen him in, he did a great job. So I'm not even surprised. That I'm not surprised. He's a good actor. Everybody in this movie was good, believe it or not. Like even Nick Cage, which everybody likes to dunk on fucking Nick Cage. And don't get me wrong, I'll take some dunks at him here and there too. But he did all right in this movie. He did all right in this film. Yeah,
it was good.
He's Nick Cage. I mean, what the fuck else you want? But yeah, we're at that scene where he's like, get out of here. You don't do it for me. Basically, go get me. I forget his name. I don't remember the guy.
So then he instructs her to go get this.
The older guy.
Yeah. I don't recall whatever his name in the movie was.
I have it wherever the fuck my phone is.
Why you look for that? I'll explain what his role basically was. So he basically was asked to go find Mandy. Well, her name was, right? Yeah.
Yeah, Mandy.
Mandy, right? So he's like, I have to have her. I want her. Go get her. And so then he gets his, I guess that one guy that went
Brother
with him,
Swan.
Brother Swan.
The name of that actor is Ned Denhoff. Denhv.
And he had a painful death, but oh my god.
We'll get to that shit later. Very satisfying.
Okay,
but-
so then they get in their truck or whatever, him and another guy, and then they go to find. And this is where we get introduced to the, what was their name? I think you wrote down the name of the gang.
Oh, the fucking the Red Skull gang.
Black Skull or Red
Black
Skull?
was Black Skull. Black Skull. Yeah, Black Skull gang. Yeah. Now, okay, I got to comment on this. Okay, okay. Well, to sum it up. Basically, he tells brother. What did I say it was?
Wang.
Brother Swan. Brother Swan.
Swan.
To go, yeah, and they get this little fucking flute, whatever, and you're like, what the fuck? So they go out in the middle of the woods, and he goes and blows his fucking flute out in the middle of the nowhere, and all of a sudden, these fucking, they look like, all right, I'm gonna tell you my first impression, which I am absolutely fucking glad this is not how it went, okay? But at first, I thought they were Cenobites on motorcycles.
When I called you today, I even asked you because I was confused. What the fuck were they? Human? Or I'm just thinking that they were abusing that drug so much, that LSD, that we'll get to, I guess.
Yeah, we'll get to that. We haven't explained it. But they didn't explain it at this point. They
didn't explain it at that point.
They didn't explain it at this point. They just looked like fucking Cenobites from Hellraiser. And I'm like, oh man, no. Like I really thought this was going to be that, and I'm like, oh man, no, don't do it. Don't make Cenobites on motorcycles, right? Like that was stupid. And ironically, we'll get to this later. It wasn't that, so it was saved. Okay.
We do learn that they feed on something. They feed on that stuff that he gave them. It was like a bottle, and then we learned that was a chemical that they take.
Yeah, which is made by the chemist again.
Yeah.
Which we'll get to later on about him. Which I'm very weird. I'm confused about him, but whatever. But yeah,
like, more.
Yeah.
What you got to do first.
Yeah, pretty much.
And
so basically, it's like, hey, we'll give you the good if you go get us the girl.
Boom.
So we get past that. We get to them sleeping in their bed in that glass room.
Yep.
And then
cool looking room, by the way.
Cool looking room. Definitely appreciate the aesthetic. Now, this part, while very cheesy, very, very cheesy, the flickering lights and shit, I'm like, I get it. I know why they did this. They did it a lot in this movie with the flickering lights. I get it. It's a way of distracting you from the cheesiness. I get it. You know, flashing lights, different colors and shit. It takes away from you going, wow, that's a cheesy ass costume. Fine, I get it. Not even mad about it. Whatever. If you're gonna have a low budget film, at least make it interesting.
I think they did it right, though. It was, they did it right.
It wasn't bad. I mean, it was noticeable. It was obviously cheesy, but it was done in a way where I wasn't going, man, really? So it was tolerable. It was tolerable.
Right.
So this is where, like, the Cenobite fucking biker motherfuckers, we're gonna call them the Black Skull Gang. Hopefully you guys will get the reference at this point. The reason why we say this, I'll put this up on, I'll put this twice up on screen real quick, just so I'm gonna put it again later on, so you guys have reference. But on screen right now, on the bottom, you will see the picture of the Red Skull, the Black Skull Gang. So you see what we're talking about? How they're really, like, fucking weird looking. They got spikes and real BDSM and shit.
And exactly.
Very BDSM. They got, like, fucking weird, fucking tight ass clothes, masks, and covered in blood and shit. Very, very weird and fucking. I'll explain the rest of this picture. Actually, like, if you look at the above part, this is also the picture on the top. That is depicting the Jeremiah and the rest of the Children of the Dawn, basically.
Yeah.
I will put this picture up again.
Throughout the whole movie, when you watch it, you'll notice that it has like a very dark metal feel to it. Like
it does.
Metal, I guess.
It kind of does,
like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I didn't really. Here's the thing. I didn't get a metal feel from it, really. What I got, because here's the thing. At first, I thought it was going to be like kind of like a Mad Max kind of deal, right? Like they were kind of like in some weird future or something, right? That's what I thought. Which, here's the thing. I'm not even going to take that off the table because we still don't know the fuck where they were, when they were, or anything. So I mean, hey. But I still think they were in the 70s or something. But point is,
right?
As you've seen in that picture, they're very BDSM bondagey. Fucking, they look like Cenobites in a kind of way. Really cheap Cenobites, but they look like Cenobites.
With the tight leather and shit.
Yeah, covered in blood and shit. So whatever, they pop up, and this is where I still didn't know that they weren't Cenobites at this time. I thought they were still like demons because that whole scene with the flashing lights, which they don't explain. Okay, they don't explain why, but whatever. I'll let it slide.
It wasn't. kidnap scene, basically.
Yeah, but the flashing lights and shit, that's the reason why I thought it was like supernatural, because I'm like, what the fuck? Whatever, I'll give them a free pass on this. It was a low budget film, I understand. I'll give them a free pass. I don't like the loophole, but again, there's not horrible amounts of loopholes in this. So I'll give them I have said many times in other episodes that I can let certain amount of loopholes slide.
Yeah, I'll say this about them. They weren't paranormal, or they weren't, out of this world type creatures. They were just humans.
They were just humans.
But they tried their damnedest to make them feel more than that.
They made them feel very opposing. I'll give them that.
Yeah, very, I don't know.
So the kidnapping, right? So the black, and then of course brother Swan and a few of the other guys that summoned the Black Skull gang were all in this room, and they kidnap Mandy and Red, basically.
Right. That's what they do.
Okay, I can get to that afterwards. So now we,
and then basically we find ourselves in some sort of a room now, right? Like,
well, they're in their house.
Floor.
They're in their house.
Yeah.
They're in Red and Mandy's house at this point. They wake up at that point. Okay, we're good. Yeah. So we wake up now. They're doing this initiation on Mandy, I guess, because Jeremiah wants him to be like, I guess, his side hoe or some shit. Mm-hmm. So they're like, that whole initiation was weird. Like they put some weird drugs in her fucking eyes.
Yeah. So for what I understand, when you put like LSD and shit like that in your eyes, the brain absorbs it quicker.
Yeah. Well, they never really specify what it is.
Yeah. But I'm thinking it was some sort of liquid.
It was definitely some kind of fucking hallucinogen. But here's the part. That part, fine. This is the part where it gets weird. Then they have this giant ass fucking bug thing, which I have no fucking idea what the fuck it was. And
like a big butterfly type thing.
No, it's like a big ass fucking wasp.
Like a wasp.
And then it stings her in the fucking neck. Like, what the fuck?
I'm thinking, and then what did the old lady say? I call this the button on top. I don't know. Fuck it. I don't remember exactly what her line was.
Like, what the fuck?
I'm thinking that the bug has some sort of
psychedelics to it or some shit. Like it's venom or some shit. But what the fuck was it though? Where the fuck did you get that bug? Wherever that bug is from, they can keep it. I don't even want to be there. Yep. Fuck that bug.
That thing was big. I mean, she used her whole hand to grip the fucking thing. That thing was big as fuck.
Like you could fit a head in the jar that thing was in. Okay. So whatever. So they get her all tripped the fuck out, and then they bring her into this room. Now this is where the red starts happening.
Yep.
They bring her into the room where it's Jeremiah and the rest of the fucking children of the dawn, New Dawn, and he's in this like big old like 80s looking fucking shoulder pad robe thing. I showed it in the picture. I'll bring it up here again so you guys can see it. Again, there's the scene right there. You see the big old shoulder pads that I'm talking about. This is where we're in, and at this very moment, this is exactly. And he's like basically giving her this big old speech about how he wants her and blah 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 blah. Giving her the business.
Yeah, basically saying that he only picks the greatest.
Yeah.
So he wants her to be great with him.
He wants her to ascend, which. At this point, you find out that he's kind of like a musician. This is why I get those Charlie Manson feels. Mm-hmm. And he's like he shows this like holy, because they're like a religious cult / music band / weird shit. Okay,
right.
So he's like showing her music, and he's they're like, whatever.
Yeah, so he's like, have you ever heard of the Carpenters or whatever?
Yeah. Which is another one I mentioned, because the Carpenters are like 60s, 70s. So
you're right. You may be right.
So I mean,
and he's like that, but better, and then he starts to play his crap.
Yeah, which is like some really religious nut job shit.
Yeah.
Now here's where so whatever, and he's like, so he says, "Be gentle and embrace me" or some shit, right? Mm-hmm. And then he unties. I didn't see this coming. And I threw me off.
This is all in red. This is
all in crimson red. He opens, Flasher opens the robe like a Flasher would, and he's just like dick out, like
balls and dick
just hanging there. I was like, okay,
I wasn't expecting that.
I didn't expect any nudity in this movie, because it didn't seem like that kind of movie. and like
especially from Mel, yeah,
and got fucking Egbert's egg sack sitting there. Like, okay,
yeah.
So
I mean, and they didn't even do they didn't even do the big dick thing either. He just had a
no. It was baby. It was sleeping, man. It was sleeping. And hey, and it was hey, more power to you. I mean, because you know what, like minds be like that sometimes too. So
every man's be like that.
I know it goes to sleep. It goes to sleep. It's not always anyone who thinks that bitch is always awake is a dumbass. All right.
No.
It's got to sleep sometimes. Yeah, it's got to sleep sometimes. If that bitch was awake all the time, you'd die. All right, be too much blood in one place.
Yep.
So, but here's the part that confused me, right? And this is why I want to ask you this, because maybe you have something to. This is the only part that really, really confused me. He said, well, he was like, be gentle and embrace me or whatever, and then he opens his robe and his dick is all out, whatever. She starts laughing at him. Now, was she laughing at something else, or was she laughing at the size of his dick? Like,
I think I remember her asking him, "Did you really sing this?" And I believe he says yes, doesn't he? In that little area.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm thinking, I don't know. She's either laughing at his dick or laughing at the fact that he
or
thinks
laughing at his singing. So either way, you feel like a real asshole, and you're like, which one are you laughing? Are you laughing at my music, or are you laughing at my dick? It's like
at that point she killed his joy, man. She
brought him down. Like he went from like cloud nine, like I'm gonna have my princess, to like I'm gonna kill everybody in this fucking room.
Oh yeah, dude. I mean, he just started yelling at everybody, and eventually she does pay for it. We'll explain to you how she fucking
absolutely
meets her demise. But I mean, he brutal. He made it brutal just because she left at his dick. Okay, or his music. I'm not sure.
Music
which.
Or whatever. Maybe both. I don't know. So whatever. He flips out. He comes out, and now he's talking to fucking good old Red, Nick Cage's character, and Nick Cage is hanging there. Now, mind you, I did not realize until after this whole scene. Mind you, I want you to have this in mind while he's doing this. I don't have any pictures for this, but during this whole scene, fucking his character is tied up. Right? I didn't realize the whole time his character is tied up like that. He's tied up with fucking barbed wire.
It was barbed wire, yeah.
Like,
and it's even in his mouth.
Yeah, in his mouth,
has this weird grin the whole time.
Yeah. And I'm like,
in his mouth.
I didn't realize that's what it was as I'm watching it, and then they give the close up, and I'm like, oh my god, that's fucking barbed wire. Fuck.
When he's supposed to pull it out and shit. Yeah.
Like fuck.
What? It's all in his chin, everything in his mouth.
Fucking everywhere. So like at this point, fucking Jeremiah comes out and he's like, you don't know what you fuck. Basically, fuck you and your girl. That's basically what he said. He's like, you don't know what your girl, you don't know what you did. Basically, just fuck you. And he's like, but you're going to know. You're going to know, basically. And I guess they bring her out in a fucking sleeping bag.
It was a sack. It was like a potato sack. Big old potato sack.
Big ass potato sack. God damn, it's a big ass potato sack.
Yeah. But before that, let's not forget that so he's talking shit. Jeremiah is, right?
Yeah.
About, he's so great and everything. He's going to prove it.
Yeah.
So he brings this cute girl out because she was actually like a cute girl.
Oh, yeah. She was sister. I can't remember. Sister. Fuck.
Sister. The one that he's been fucking, because you could tell in the beginning of the movie when he tells the old man to leave.
She's the young Diddy. That's what she is.
Yeah. So he's been fucking
Sister Lucy.
Sister Lucy.
Yeah.
So he goes and puts a bullet in a gun, does the whole Russian roulette thing, and then hands it to her. Prove your love to me. And she actually fucking does it. Luckily, she doesn't blow her skull
But
off.
here's the thing, and this will kind of go into a scene later on. She kind of has it. She's doing it, and she's going to do it for him. But after she realizes that she didn't die, she's like, "Oh, thank God!" Like you can see it in her face. Like she's like, "Oh man."
She doesn't want to die.
She doesn't want to die, but she knows if she doesn't do it, the motherfucker will probably kill her. So
anyway, I guess you.
Like, I mean, what do you do at that point anyway? Because it's like, I mean, he probably already brutalized your booty hole and everything else. So it's like,
yeah, I mean,
he strikes me to be that kind of guy. So,
and the option to turn around and shoot him wasn't there, because what if
it was a blank?
Yeah, it was a blank. Yeah, then now she's fucked.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah,
that booty hole's gonna look like a donut.
So that's like basically proving at that point that he's got control over his cult at that point.
No, he definitely does. Yeah. He definitely has them under
now
spell, I guess.
After that point, they're pulling. They're you don't know actually. You make the insinuation, but you don't know what they're pulling out of the house in this big old fucking bag. And they drag it. They tie it up on this swing set that they had outside, and they start dousing it with gasoline. And you're like, okay,
Okay.
Is she inside this motherfucker? Like, what's going on, right? And then all of a sudden they light it up. I did not expect that either. I did not expect them to burn Mandy.
I did not.
They burned her alive in the fucking sack. Like, damn. While he watched.
She was brutalized. Yep.
Yeah.
Because she laughed at his dick.
Yeah. She got burned alive in a fucking potato sack for laughing at his dick.
Oh,
like,
my God.
damn.
And let's mention the whole time, Red's watching
it. Just
because
he's just sitting there, fucking barbed wire tied up and everything. He just gets to watch.
Yeah.
And then they fucking leave him there. They leave him there with it. And
they leave him to die, basically.
They leave him there, yeah. They thought he was going to die. They don't know who he is. And then fucking they leave, whatever. And then he fucking gets himself free, very gruesomely. Like, I mean, fucking, you see the blood scrapage and all that shit.
Yeah,
Wild as hell. He's just been barbed wire holding him the fuck up. He's been fucked up. And then he goes over to this like charred body, and then the wind blows, and then it blows away because I mean it's been fucking burnt to a crisp.
Oh yeah, but he knows it's her.
He knows it's her. Yeah, he knows it's her, and it's now this. Here we go. Right, this is where the budget starts coming in. I think because from this point on, now this is like the first half of the movie, what we just went through, and at this point, like you're like, okay, now things are going to get real, which they did, right? Which is funny, right? Because here's the thing: after that scene, right. He just like casually walks in the house. He's in his fucking underwear and a t-shirt.
Yes.
Casually walking around. They weren't even like boxes or anything. They were like straight up tighty whities. And so Nick Cage is walking around the house all covered in blood, just tighty whities, walking through the house and falls on the bed right after seeing the TV, falls on the bed or something and passes out. Has the first animation dream of Mandy with her face melting off.
Yep.
Which... At this point, I'm like, okay. I was like, okay, that was weird. Animation for the dream.
He was traumatized at this point. You know what I'm saying? He's going through his moment now. Now he knows his wife is dead, and he's losing all control, and he knows that revenge has to happen. So he has just a.
But he's not showing it at this point. He's not showing it at this point. He hasn't even broke down at this point. He's just very, very just in shock.
He's in shock,
and then he wakes up from the dream.
About it.
And now, mind you, I'm going to say this right now. Through this whole fucking movie, I was wondering when eccentric Nick Cage was going to come in, right? Because Nick Cage is always one of these like very overacting characters. Like he always has these weird, wild ass scenes. This is where it came.
Wonderful job.
This is where it came in because motherfucker ran in the bathroom, downed a fucking bottle of liquor, and went full fucking crazy mode.
He started to yell. He started to scream,
cry, everything at once. If anyone knows
his emotions out.
If you know Nick Cage, you know what I mean by his eccentric acting. He does this all the time, and this was classic Nick Cage, like just fucking weird, really weird. And I loved it. Really good, really good. I mean, don't get me wrong. I would have downed a bottle like that too.
That he was in. Oh yeah, you watch your wife get burned ashes. Come on, yeah.
I'd have fucking downed the whole fucking bottle too. Like fuck it, he's pouring it all over his wounds and shit down in it.
One gulp. I mean,
yeah. Fucking yeah, absolutely. So he's sitting there on the toilet, tighty whities, breaking down, crazy, laughing, crying. Great scene.
Awesome scene. I mean, that's when you know that he's done. Whatever humanity he had before this is gone. You understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
This is a new chapter now. This is when he goes into badass.
This is the third.
Nicolas Cage.
This is the third. Actually, at this point, isn't this where we go into the Mandy phase? I think.
Mandy, yeah, because it's all. So basically, he's gonna go into a revenge mode now, and yeah,
this is where we go into Mandy phase.
We already learned about the children of the whatever it was. So that was all when he put out his dick and all that shit. That was that portion of the movie. Children of the New Dawn. Yeah. Now we get to the Mandy. This is after now he's seeking revenge.
Now he's seeking revenge for what? This is where he goes and finds Carruthers in the trailer park, the Bill Duke character.
Yes.
And this is what. All right. This is why I said this was confusing because he goes there and fucking. He's like, where? I don't remember the name of the crossbow. I don't.
I got them.
Okay, you got the name of the crossbow. Okay.
I wrote them on the weapons. Here we go. So the what is that? Okay, so it was what the fuck is that?
What the fuck is that? I wrote that.
The Reaper. I wrote that. What did I wrote? Rapper. I know that wasn't right.
So the Reaper. The Reaper is the crossbow.
It is the crossbow.
Yeah. So he walks up in the trailer and he says, "Where I need the Reaper," And then and Carruthers is like, what are you hunting? Whatever, and he's like crazy fucking religious freaks, and fucking Carruthers is like, I didn't know they were in season, like,
yes. Great part.
Classic role for him, Bill Duke, great job. And then he breaks down, he tells him whatever, and fucking he's like, okay, I got something else for it, and he pulls out the fucking like crazy ass arrows and shit, bolts for the crossbow. And he's like, basically tells Nick Cage, hey, this is where you learn about, this is when you learn about the Red Skull gang. I mean, the Black Skull gang. He basically tells them, I've seen them, whatever. They're basically a biker gang who was really crazy and shit. And then they got this really big dose of drugs or whatever. And it changed them forever. And it made them like these fucking like crazy, crazed dope heads, basically.
Yeah. Basically, that's what they are. They're just
fucking drugged up bikers.
Yeah.
And they're like apparently like they're in there like really they're in there like a lot of BDSM and pain and shit. So they're like they look horrific. They love pain. They love the drugs. They're just really really doped up bikers, which is fine. And at this point, I was like, oh, thank God they're not Cenobites, because I was going to be really mad if they weren't. Yeah, they were really brutal fucking like killers basically. And okay, I got that. So now Nick Cage, at this point, instantly goes on a hunting spree.
Yep.
Takes out the first biker. Now, mind you, I do not have the names of the bikers. I don't even know if they have fucking names. I wish they did, because then I would be able to reference. But we're just going to go whatever. The last one that gets got is the leader. I guess we can go from there.
Yeah, and they all had the black makeup and mask, whatever it was.
They all had their own little themes and shit. So it's like, whatever. But whatever, he goes and takes out the first one riding down a dirt road. Takes him out with one of the bolts. Takes him out. He gets in his truck and he's about to go run him down. Now this is the part I didn't fucking get, and I didn't like this part. I didn't like this fucking part. This part actually made me mad. He fucking hit the guy, right? Yeah, why did he? When he hit you're gonna tell me that you're gonna hit a guy and it's hitting the guy is gonna flip your big steel ass 4x4 truck?
Yeah, and it was he got himself in trouble because he got recaptured basically.
Yeah, he got captured by the Black Skull gang.
By the dude, yeah. Skull dude.
And it's like, how the fuck did you flip your truck? Now, mind you, this ain't no like 2018, 2020 car that's made out of plastic, okay? No, this is like some old school fucking
70s type.
Yeah, shit's made out of steel. It's heavy, 4x4 truck, American made.
Yeah, that scene which is added for, drama, really.
I guess, but it didn't make no damn... Not enough to break the movie for me, but it did make me mad because it made no fucking sense. Right. So, he runs the guy over, flips his truck, wakes up, again, tied up to a fucking pipe in whatever the fuck this building is. It had a pit in it. I don't know what the fuck kind of room it was. It's wild as hell. I guess this was the bikers' headquarters, I guess.
Wakes up they had a pit, I don't know.
Wakes up with fucking dude torturing him. Fucking jams a fucking... let me tell you something. This is another one of those scenes that really wigged me out, too, because when he stabbed him in the side, that's a vital area. Like, you're going to bleed out. You're going to bleed to death. Yeah. That's a fucking death... That's a death stab right there. It was, like, right in the ribs area. Like, right below the ribs area, right where you're going to fucking, like... Yeah, it's not good.
I'm a big fan of reality. Like I've been saying throughout all these episodes, you're gonna stab somebody, stab him in a place where logically he's not gonna die from.
Yeah, exactly, like torture him. That's not a torture stab. You're gonna bleed out and die, bitch. Yeah. So whatever, he stabs him, whatever, and apparently somehow he fucking manipulates whatever this fucking crazy biker's name is. And he fucking kicks him in the nuts or something, and then cracks him in the head with a pipe, and then he falls down the hole. Yep. Okay, not a very exciting death. I was very bored with that one. Whatever.
Yeah. But he wasn't dead though, right? When he fell into the hole.
He never came back.
I thought that. Oh no! Then Nicolas Cage, he made his way down. I think
he made his way through the fucking place and started killing other ones.
Yeah.
Like he wipes out the whole fucking gang. I forget. I think he takes out one other one before he gets to the big guy that's watching TV. I can't remember who. I'm trying to remember what the second one was.
Yeah, didn't he snap the neck of one or whatever? I think it was.
Yeah. He snaps, and that was like the second one. So he's making his way through this fucking compound where the Black Skull gang is. He finally gets to the big guy around the third kill. Finally gets to the big muscle of the fucking biker gang. He's sitting there jerking off to some porn.
Yes.
Which is wild as hell. Like
sitting there jerking to some, and it wasn't even hardcore porn. It
was some vanilla ass shit. It was wild.
Vanilla.
She's just taking it in the ass. That's all. But which mind you, in the 70s, that was a big deal. Okay, that was hardcore at the time. Fucking
and
in the
I'm also
ass.
guessing they didn't want to go too far with the movie either. You know.
I guess.
Yeah.
So whatever. He fucking eventually kills him. Fucking, I forget what he does to him. What does he do to him? I remember. So he gets on top of him and he stabs him in the fucking neck. And this scene I actually enjoyed because when he stabs him in the fucking, you wanted gore? This was hilarious. We talked about this. We're like, oh man, throw some cheesy ass spray gore in there, right? And all of a sudden, a fucking fountain of blood starts spraying him in the mouth.
Yep,
and he's just sitting there laughing like, Lick Cage is going crazy.
He's soaked in it at this point, yes.
So fucking going in his mouth and everything. He's just like, lost his fucking mind. We forgot to even mention, I can't believe this, before this even happened, I forgot, he got the crossbow, and he also forged himself an axe.
Well, that's right, yeah. So he forged his own axe, and I got the name of it, too. So
I didn't even know it had a name. That's cool.
Well, it had a name. It was called the Beast.
The Beast, okay.
Yeah, the Beast.
Here's my comment on that axe, right? While the axe looked cool and all, it was a very impractical axe. There was no grips on it, nothing. Like it was just solid fucking whatever the hell it was made out of. No grips, no handle. Like this shit's gonna slip out of your hand and kill you. Like you're gonna die. It looked cool though. It was just a very impractical fucking. It was a very impractical fucking weapon. It didn't make no damn sense. It was cool to look at though.
It was cool looking. Yeah, I was gonna say that. It was cool looking.
So whatever. So he stabs a big fucking bitch in the throat, bleeds out in his mouth. Now at this point he's covered in blood, right? Now, here's the thing I don't understand. I think okay, it happens next. So whatever. He makes his way outside and he sees the main biker guy standing by the fire. Yep. The car on fire.
This was a great scene too.
It was. It actually was. So he shoots a bolt through the fucking guy's back of his neck, and the guy's just not phased. He just pulls it out, blood gushing out of his neck. Doesn't give a fuck, right? He basically looks at him and he's like, what, bitch? So then they get into a fight. They start battling it out.
Yeah.
Was like, okay, fucking Nick still got it, whatever, cool. Eventually, I think, I don't know if there's, correct me if they're missing anything. It was your pretty, good.
It was a pretty, it was a fight. Basically.
It was a fight. That's nothing too crazy. I think it ends eventually with him cutting the dude's head off. I think.
Right. Yeah, he cuts his head off.
Yeah.
And here's the part I like. He found a cigarette on the floor.
Yeah. I have this in my notes. Yeah, go ahead.
Yes. And fucking now at this point the guy's on fire because he pushed him towards
he pushed him in the fire. Yeah, before he cut off his head.
Then cuts off his head. And then he lights the fucking cigarette with his burning skull. I thought that was cool.
No, because he's looking when he has the cigarette, and it's because he's going. Oh fuck, we forgot this part. Before he goes out to fucking go get the main guy, he sees that jar on the fucking table, and he dips his finger in it and tastes it, and he fucking trips the fuck out. Goes
so
fucking full psycho.
Yeah, because the guy that was jerking off to the porn. Was doing that shit. He was drinking it, I guess. He finds it and he dips his finger in it. Just a little bit of it makes him go fucking.
Nuts, like fucking crazy trip. So but at this point, like he's covered in blood and all this shit. He's all tripped the fuck out, and then he gets the cigarette and you see it in his eyes. He's like, "Fuck, I need a light."
Yes. Boom,
he just lights it off the fucking burning head. I was like, "Bravo, bravo!"
Fucking beautiful scene. Beautiful scene.
So now all the red, the blacks. I keep saying red. I don't know why. Guys, probably because all the fucking red in this movie.
Yes.
The black. Now all the Black Skull gang is dead.
Biker's done.
So now he's on a search for the children of the New Dawn.
Yeah.
Which the budget is crazy at this point. Like I mean, the budget's definitely in use at this point, right? So he's starting to hunt them down. I forget what did he find the chemist first or the motherfuckers in the van.
No, so the person that he finds first is so they're driving by and then he finds the ones in the van. That was the pretty girl.
The pretty girl and brother
and brother Jerkoff. What was his name?
Swan. Brother Swan.
Brother Swan.
Swan, yeah.
So blah blah blah, they get into it. He fucking grabs Brother Swan, throws him up against a tree.
Brother Swan starts talking shit. Yeah, she burned real nice, didn't she, boy? Yeah. Your typical
so
shit.
He takes the butt of his axe,
Which has which is a pointy blade at this point. Okay.
And then he's like just like rams it in his mouth, and you start
slowly.
Slowly.
It's not like over. He's like 1, 2, 3. It's like damn. Like okay.
Like,
okay.
All right. He just wanted to make him feel it. But here's the part I don't understand, and maybe I do understand it because she didn't really do much, but neither did the other old lady either. Why did he spare the young girl?
No, the old lady's definitely responsible. Old lady's the one that scouted her. I know what you're getting at.
Guess.
Old lady was definitely responsible. But here's the thing. I definitely know where you're going at with the girl. Why did he let her go?
He let her go. Like she,
maybe because he's seen that she was innocent. But here's the thing. Maybe this is just me, but I'd have killed her too.
Oh, me too.
I'm just saying, like she was part of the family. Fuck her.
She's part of the family.
Like, I don't know if you're just a psycho in disguise. I don't know.
She did nothing to stop it. You know what I mean? So in my opinion, she's part of it. Guilty as all the other ones. Yeah.
Fuck her. She did. Yeah. Whatever. So he lets her go. I didn't like that. Whatever. Fine. Then here's the thing I'm going to tell you right now. The only 2 female death scenes besides Mandy being burnt. Actually, they didn't really even show that. They didn't really show female deaths in this movie. It's like they were afraid to show it. Because all of them happened off screen. Like he didn't kill the girl. We'll get to the other lady's death later on. And Mandy, she was in a potato sack. You never really seen her die.
You never saw her.
So it's like it seems like they kind of were like, no, we don't want to do that because that might bother people. And I'm like, motherfuckers are dying left and right. You're gonna pick a sex? Like, I don't know.
Did he want to do that with the females? I guess
that's just my gripe. If you're gonna kill people, you could kill it. If you're gonna kill people in your movie, you might as well kill everybody. But whatever. So yeah, brother Swan gets fucking face fucked by the bottom of the axe.
He gets mouth fucked.
He gets mouth fucked. I forget what her sister. I can't remember what it is.
No. After that, we go to the. Now we get to like the.
Now we get to the chemist, right?
No. The chemist is after that.
No,
the chemist is after. The chemist is after the 3 initial cult kills, which is the who's they
brother
Wayne.
Oh no! Hold on.
Yeah, remember the guy that was polishing the car.
That was after the chemist though. That was after the chemist because he got killed when they were at the cult place. He was outside polishing the car at the cult place. So that was after the chemist.
Maybe it was. So maybe the chemist.
I think the chemist. The chemist is the one who basically tells them where they are.
Yeah. Okay. You're right.
So,
you're right.
So yeah, we get to the chemist fucking part. Which here's the thing. Again, we get to remember his fucking name right. Richard Brake, whatever. He's great actor. A lot of horror movies. Like I said, 3 from Hell, The Munsters, so forth and so on. Look him up. He's probably in a movie you've seen. But he's the chemist. He's the one that cooks up all the drugs, basically.
Right.
He's the drug guy. You get to that. He's in like some fucking kind of bunker or whatever.
Yeah, it's like a weird thing that had like some neat lights.
Yeah. And he's like tripping balls because he's a fucking he's a chemist.
He uses his own product.
Yeah. He's got a fucking pet tiger, and he says something along the lines of, I know it's going to be okay when the tiger's calm, basically. So he lets the tiger go because apparently he's talking to the tiger, and the tiger says something to him. We don't ever fucking know what the tiger says. He's just like, okay, and then he opens the gate, and the tiger just casually walks the fuck off.
Yep.
Whatever. I did read that this entire scene, not everything, but this entire scene was done in all green screen.
Oh, okay, makes sense.
Yeah, because tiger, all that other bullshit. So whatever, tiger walks off screen. We don't know if he dies.
I don't think he kills the chemist. No,
I don't. Which you would think he would, because he's the one responsible for a lot of them.
The chemist is.
He's the guy that makes all the drugs. They're all on drugs.
Well, yes and no. So, I guess it goes down to this: like, if you have a drug dealer in the corner, right, and he sells drugs to Jose, right, and Jose kills your mom, are you going to kill the drug dealer as well?
I might.
Well,
but I'm a vindictive son of a bitch. I just go after everybody. So
right. I guess normally you don't, and I guess that's what they went with. I guess he was just the drug maker. At the end of the day, he had nothing to do with the cult.
But again, we don't know. We don't. He could have killed him. If it did, it happened off screen. We don't know. They don't. They never reference to anything.
They didn't reference to it or nothing. No.
We do know that he gave him the location, right? Because obviously he found them, which is out in the middle of fucking like some canyon in this big old fucking cult church thing, big pyramid cult church thing. So, yeah, now we get to the point where we get to the next death, where it's the dickhead kid.
Polishing his car, and he throws the axe. And
fuck is his name? He was a dickhead. He didn't really say much through the whole thing, but he was like a dickhead through the whole thing. His name is Alexis Julmont. Julmont. Julemont. Julmont. And he is brother Han or whatever. But yeah, he has a very quick death. He's sitting there like spit washing a fucking car, and he just gets the fucking axe in the head. I was like, okay,
who's spit shines a car? Come on, man.
Right, but no, he gets the axe to the head. I was like, okay, cool, whatever.
And here, my favorite part of the entire fucking movie.
So hold on, I gotta point this out real quick.
Build it up, yeah.
So, fucking Red, Nick Cage's character, finds a chainsaw. Mind you, he's a lumberjack, so he's like, yeah, I could do some fucking damage with this, right?
Yep.
So he finds the big muscle guy. I can't remember what the fucking big muscle guy's name was.
Here it comes.
I think it might be. Hold on, let me see what his name is. Hold on, let me see if I can find him real quick. That might. Okay, I think that was Brother Clock. Whatever. I don't know. Whatever. His name is Clement Baronat. Whatever. That's the actor's name. So he finds him. He's coming up with him, starting his chainsaw, right, Red? And all of a sudden, so the big guy gets up, and he goes and grabs a chainsaw, too. Yeah. But this motherfucker it looked like a dick swinging contest. Dude, this thing was huge.
That thing was as big as a man.
This thing was taller. The blade was taller than this big guy. Okay? Bigger.
It was huge.
I giggled. Because I'm thinking like,
this was a dick swinging contest.
Mine's bigger than yours.
Yeah.
So whatever, they get into a chainsaw fight.
Oh my god, beautiful scenery! Like it was.
I never seen a chainsaw fight before. I don't think I can. It was good. I dug it. And fucking so they fight. Whatever gets the little chainsaw. Red gets the chainsaw smacked out of his hand. He eventually gets the big chainsaw smacked out of his hand. I don't remember how it exactly happens. He fucking knocks Big Dude over, and Big Dude falls on the chainsaw.
He does, and then you just start seeing him
just shaking and just fucking guts are just getting smashed up. So now, at this point, there's only two members left. There is the old lady, which I don't know if I actually got her name or not. I don't know if she's credited or not, which is weird, right?
I don't know. How would she not be? She was actually a pretty big part of the cult scenes, at least.
That might have been Scabs. You know what? That might have been. Oh fuck! I don't know. God, that might have been him too. No, that's the sheriff. I'm looking for Brother Lewis. No, I don't know who the fuck that is. Fuck Pig. I don't know who is Fuck Pig.
Oh no!
He might have been one of the bikers. One of the characters' names in the movie was Fuck Pig. I can't remember who. Chatter or something. I think these are a lot of the. So I think they did have names, but I think I don't know. I can't find the older lady. I can't find her name. But so whatever. She goes and she says something about she's like praising Jeremiah or some shit. She's sitting there basically telling her that Jeremiah is like this fucking amazing guy, basically. And they don't show you him killing her.
What happened? No, they don't.
You know she died in the next scene though, because then you go now Red finds that there's a bunker underneath the fucking church, whatever you want to call it, and he goes down and fucking goes through all the tunnel and throws the head into the room, the God room as it's called.
Yes.
The room of God, which is like a dingy ass red room, whatever. Throws it in there and you hear this hilarious screech by Jeremiah, because the head rolls in there. And now this, in my opinion, is my favorite scene.
It is, and the fucking comedy part in it was
Yeah, no,
Hilarious.
yeah, no, it is. Oh man, so whatever. He's like Nick Cage goes up to him and he's talking shit and he's like, "Please don't kill me, please don't kill me." Blah blah blah. He's like, "I will suck your dick. What do you want me to do? I will suck your dick. Please don't kill me." Right? This is Jeremiah saying this, right? But then all of a sudden he fucking like wigs out and he's like, "No, I don't kneel to you, bitch." What? He's like split personality thing.
He's a psychopath. All right, he believes that he is great. And people like that do have split personalities. They have the personality where they're scared, like when he was offering to suck his dick, right?
Yeah.
But then the other personality kicked in, the one that wasn't going to.
Yeah, and he's like, "Fuck you! I won't kneel to you, whatever." Yeah. And he's like, "I got a more powerful God." And then, of course, you had to have the one-liner, and Nick Cage releases the one-liner of the whole movie, and he's like, "I'm your God now." And then proceeds to crush his fucking skull with his bare hands. You see his fucking eyes pop out and everything. Loved it. Bravo at that point. Great scene. Yep. So, head catches on fire. Somehow the building catches on fire. I don't think they ever tell you.
They never show Nick
setting it on fire?
Setting it on fire, but you get the idea. He's walking out now, and the whole church thing is
the
burning
fucking eerie thing behind him, a very slow, cinematic kind of thing with the church burning down. Now, this is at the very end of this film, you get into the part where he's hallucinating, and he starts seeing Mandy, starts having memories of her, and you're like, okay.
Yep.
Sure. But here's the thing that bugged me about it, right? So it goes back, and he's got blood covered on his face. He has that classic Nicolas Cage cheesy-ass crazy smile on his face. And he starts driving off, and then they show the sky. And the sky was like these crazy-ass, like Jupiter and fucking like some other planets. They weren't. There wasn't the night sky. It was some weird sky.
Remember, he's still high, I think.
Well, this is what I'm thinking. Was the whole scene at the end of the car a hallucination?
It was. It was him coming to the point where he is now seeing her again, and he's somewhat letting her know that he took care of it. He doesn't mention it. He
was mildly psychotic and pleasing at the same time.
It was pleasing. It was psychotic, and this is just his brain coming to the realization that she's obviously gone, but he took care of it. He still cares about her dearly, obviously. You do see like a little scene where she's in. It's like a flashback of when she's in a concert.
Yeah, where they first meet and shit. Yeah,
where they first meet and shit. Yeah, so I'm thinking that's what all that was. It was just a collage.
My only thing about this point of the movie, right? My only thing about this point in the movie is, how the fuck do you come back from that? Like, there's you're never gonna live a normal. You're whatever. Like, you're done. Like,
no,
you're
he's
done.
fucked for life. I mean, he's going to be a mental case for the rest of his days, and that could have also been what they were portraying, that this is how he's going to be from now on. I
guess so. Like, it's definitely was like, wow, okay.
His life is going to be a big trip. He's going to get high every fucking day and just live that way.
Now, at this point, that is the end of the fucking film. Now,
that's it.
I will say this. I will go on record saying this, right? I'm actually kind of saddened by this. For a $6 million movie, apparently this movie went to theaters.
Oh, yeah.
So, for a $6 million movie, I will tell you now, it only... Okay, where is it at? Okay, it had a budget of around $6 million. It only made back in U.S. and Canada total $1,233,694 to $1.7 million. That's it. That's all it made back. And it only made, in its opening weekend, it only made $225,723. Here's the thing. I believe that the movie... Do I think that the movie should have been a blockbuster? No. But do I really wish it would have made its fucking money back?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, especially, this was before COVID. This movie came out in September 14th, 2018.
Right.
So people were still going to the theaters and everything. This movie should have made more than what it made back. Should have made more than what it came back. Like, this movie wasn't... It deserved a little better. Don't get me wrong. It shouldn't have made more back. It should have at least made its budget back, maybe.
I thought the movie was great. It was well done for the money they had and everything. They really used their money well.
They did.
$6 million. They used it pretty fucking well.
They absolutely did. And it's sad that the movie is it's buried. It's not something that people.
Oh yeah.
I want to make sure. Like I hope people watch this episode and got curious enough to go. If they haven't watched, I hope you've watched it. And if you know what, if for whatever reason you fucking watched this without watching this movie, I hope we at least inspired you to go watch the fucking movie.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
It's not a blockbuster. It doesn't deserve fucking like praise or anything like that. But it's definitely, it shouldn't deserve to be buried. It was a decent movie. It had a good cast, good actors, so forth and so on.
I think I liked it a little more than you. It was very artistic. The movie was an art piece to me. Like it was.
I won't say it. Like, I don't get me wrong. I didn't hate it. I do see it for what it was. It was a low budget film. I don't believe it deserves like fucking super praise because I mean it's still a low budget film. And there was a few points that I didn't like, but it's still a good movie. Like it's not a bad movie, but it's not a great movie. It's not a bad movie. But I think it deserves more than what it got.
Oh yeah, definitely more than what it got.
Now you know the director. I don't know the director's name.
His name was. All right, so it was directed by Panos Cosmatos. So Panos Cosmatos.
Penis tomatoes.
We even looked this up because we wanted to make sure we got the right name. His name was Panos Cosmatos. So whatever.
I will purposely butcher it just to save you the. If you're butchering it, I'm just going to say penis tomatoes just to butcher it worse than you. No. That's so you look better saying it because you're the one reading the name. Yes. So his looks better than mine. He's the good one in this one. I said penis tomato. Me. Shit on me for that one. Okay.
Yep. Not my fault.
It's not his fault.
No.
I don't know anything about the director. I don't know how many movies he's done. I didn't really look him up.
Okay. Apparently, he did a movie. I've never seen it, but he did a movie called 1983. I don't know.
I remember the name of this. I remember the name of that movie, but I'm not. Mm-hmm. I don't know if I've seen it or not.
And apparently, he does a lot of horror like this. 1983 apparently was another horror type cult.
So, like
movie.
the very kind of indie kind of horror cult things.
Type cult movies, yes.
Okay. Yep. Again, like I said, if you can watch it, if you have Shudder, here's the thing: if you're a fan of this show, you probably might already have Shudder. Because, I mean, what horror fans should, I mean, you're a horror fan, you probably have a Shudder subscription or something. Watch it. It's on there. It is there. Definitely. Give it a go. It's definitely worth the watch.
Always worth it.
I really, you know what, I went into this with low expectations but hope because I really want to, I hadn't seen Nick Cage in anything, like, because I skipped over his movies a lot. Like, I would always see all these movies he would do, like I said, the motherfucker does like 18 movies a year. And I would always see all these movies come out. And I'm like, and I know, right?
I won't lie. I mean, I've probably seen a handful of his movies. I can't say I'm a big Nick Cage fan or anything like that.
I've seen a lot of his movies from the past, like 90s, maybe early 2000s, like 30 Seconds, Gone in 60 Seconds, fucking The Rock. I mean, I could go on. There's a billion. Face Off. You know, I can name a billion movies that he's been in from the early 2000s and back that I was into. But from like the mid 2000s into the 2010s, I really didn't watch much of his shit. It was all like it's where he kind of fell off the map.
This is the first movie I watched by him in at least 5 years.
Oh shit, it's been longer than that. For me, it's been longer than that. So no, there was another movie he did where he was like a psycho that I did watch. I can't remember the name of it. I'll have to look it up. But he's done so many fucking movies. It's really hard to fucking pinpoint what he. Motherfucker will do anything. Like I'll make a movie right now and be like, "Yo, Nick, I'll give you $20,000." He'd be like, "Okay."
He'll come and do it.
Yeah, he'll fucking come and do it. You know, like
so he'll come and do it.
Nick does everything. It's fine. I'm not even going to shit on it, but it is what it is. I am actually happy to say that this is one of Nick's more underground indie films that are better. Okay, it is definitely better. You see a side of Nick it's different. It's different. So I do recommend it. But with that said, because we are pushing for time, I will get into the ratings of tonight's fucking show. Let's get that up on screen real quick. Bada boom! We got the overall ratings of everything, and what we do here is we rate the movies. Okay, we rate the movies. What we do, if you're new to the show, I'll explain mildly. For all those who are familiar with this, then bravo. But what we do is we rate the show on 4 now. We did this on one other show, which was the last show we did, which is one Red Snow. We do 4 ratings. We do 4 categories we rate with a star rating, 1 through 5, in between 1.5. And before, if it's below a 1, we do a we give it the noble pile, big old stinky noble pile. And if it's above a 5, which we have not fucking been able to give one yet, if it's above a 5, we give it the noble seal of approval. So whatever, we give the 4 categories, which is on acting, story, gore, and production value.
Sure.
And then after that, we give it the overall rating, which is a score rating from 1 to 10. In between counts as well, so 1.1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, so on. And the noble pile and seal of approval rule is still in place. So with that said, figure I explain that briefly for the newcomers. I will do as we do here. I always let VC go first. The acting, what would you give the 5-star rating on acting?
The acting, I'm going to give it a 7.5.
No, acting. No, not 7. Can't give a 7.5.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What are you doing, my guy? What are you doing, my guy? Fucking up. You're fucking up the mojo.
Fucking up the mojo already. No, I'm sorry.
1 to 5 star. 4.5.
4.5. Absolutely. Okay. I thought the acting was clean. It was engaging acting. You got to really understand the characters, feel for the characters. I thought it was great. I'm going to give it a 4.5.
4.5. Okay, fair enough.
Yes, sir.
Ironically enough, it's a little lower than yours. But it's not bad. I am going to give it a 4. Because I for an indie movie, and which is rare because a lot of indie low budget films you really have to kind of say, yeah, it's probably not going to have good acting. But no, the acting was fairly solid. It wasn't perfect. It wasn't fucking like Oscar winning. Hence the reason why it's not going to get a 5 or something like that. But I'll give it a 4. It was fair. It was definitely above average, and bravo for them.
It wasn't superb, but it was good.
Absolutely,
it was good. It was solid.
Now we move on to story. What would you give Mandy as far as a 5-point rating for story?
I am a big fan of cult movies like this, and I think the story was done well. Is it an average type of story? Yeah, cult leader thinks he's the shit. He wants what he can get, but he gets it, and then whatever. But I'm going to give it also a 4.5. I thought the story was clean, solid, and it wrapped around the movie well.
Okay. No, fair enough. I mean, I'm not going to dispute it. I can't give it that high of a rating.
Okay.
I'm going to give it a 3.5. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to give it a 3.5. I would have given it a 4. I would have. And I said this was a tough one for me. I really wanted to give it a 4. I really did. But because of certain things, I couldn't. I had to drop it a little bit because of the backstories of the characters. Like Nick Cage's Red and Mandy's character.
Right.
Like you didn't know, like they gave you this assumption that Nick Cage was a badass, but they didn't tell you who it was. And I felt like they could have went into that and fed into that. And I would have been okay with that. And then there was a few things that I didn't understand, like, the flickering lights. Why was the lights flickering? There's no supernatural factors in it. What the fuck was the deal with the moon? I mean, with the sky at the end? Shit like that. I mean, there was a few things. And the animation, while cool, there was this.
The sky in the end was because she liked Jupiter. It was her favorite planet.
I get that, but it's just like it had to be a hallucination. But again, it's not explained.
Oh, it definitely was.
And then of course, like the final animation scene where you got Mandy and she's butt naked with her bush out, and fucking she's laying there with a beast, and she reaches she reaches in its side and she pulls out this glowing crystal shit
medallion type thing. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah,
what the fuck was that? So it's like that's the only reason. Like I wanted to give this a 4, but I can't because of a few things. I had to drop it to a 3.5. It's still above average, but but I couldn't give it a 4. 3.5.
Okay.
So
not bad, though.
Now we move on to the gore.
The gore.
What would you say the gore is in Mandy?
I was happy with this movie in gore. This movie just had enough gore. It didn't go over the top, and it didn't disappoint me. I'm going to give it a solid 5.
Wow!
I loved it. I loved it.
Okay.
The chainsaw, the beheadings, 2 beheadings in the movie. The just Even the throwing of the axe was kind of cool. You know what I mean? Smashing the guy in the and then the end. His fucking face just explodes in his hands. Basically, that was cool. I liked it. 5.
Okay, all right. I can't give it a 5. I can't give it a 5.
Okay.
But again, it's still definitely higher than what some people would think, because I know I'm usually the really harsh one when it comes to these fucking things. I like to, apparently from the comments, I like to shit on movies, but I've gotten a few messages. But regardless, I will give this movie a solid 4 for gore.
Okay.
Right. It was good gore. I have seen much worse, and I love gore. Mm-hmm. I absolutely love gore.
I love it.
But I have seen much worse. I've seen much more exciting gore. It was good gore, but it was a solid 4. I can't give it any more than that. Good gore. Good gore.
Okay.
So now we go into the production value of the film. What do you give the production value of the film?
Okay. You're probably going to say, but I really, 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 really like the artistry in this movie, the production, the colors. The colors were amazing. What is the one above 5 again? I'm sorry.
The fucking noble seal of approval?
Yep. It's getting it.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No. You know how you find all that kind of cheesy? I loved it. The art in the movie, even though, like you said, it was most likely put in there to kind of hide the low budget, it was good. It was great. That's what kept me engaged throughout the entire beginning. The colors and everything. It was designed.
Maybe because I'm colorblind, I wasn't really fucking like. It was cool, but I wasn't that fascinated by it.
Maybe, but if you could see the colors and the way they interacted with the scene at the moment, beautiful. Masterpiece.
All right, I mean,
seal of approval.
I really didn't think the first seal of approval would have went to this movie at all, but okay. So production, I can't be as just. This will probably get the lowest score. It's not.
So much so that I'm now following the guy on Facebook and everything. I forgot it. I have his name. The artist that did the whole.
Oh, the animator.
The animator and everything. I can't find it right now. Fuck. Oh yeah, his name was. Here's another name I'm gonna butcher. Benjamin Lobo. Lobo.
Lobo. Wolf.
Yeah. I'm following him on Facebook. He has a whole bunch of different art up there and everything. This guy does this for movies, for himself, for other type of different things. Check him out.
No, the animation. Well, the animation was definitely eerie and good. It felt like kind of local 80s kind of animation. It was very eerie. But no, like I said, this will probably get the lowest score for me because it is an indie film. And I'm not as forgiving as you.
And he draws City, so that's cool.
I'm not as forgiving as you. It's not going to get a horrible rating. Ironically, it's not. But I can't give it a seal of approval.
No,
I'm saving those. I'm a stickler. You know that. I'm a stickler.
Oh, yeah.
I'm very, very strict about what I give. I'm not as you're not as
liberal with your givings.
I'm not as kind, I guess you say. But I will give it a 3. Right now, the reason I give it a 3. Here's the thing: it was low budget. The cameras were low budget. The camera angles were low budget. Even the camera work was low budget. It felt low budget. I mean, it is what it is. I'm not shitting on it. It is what it is. The editing was low budget. The fact that, just like you said, what they did, while yes, I did appreciate the tone and the colors and all that other shit. I know why they were doing it. They were doing it to, cover up some of the cheesier low budget shit. It's not bad. But the highest I can go is a 3. It's still above average, especially for a low-budget film like this. I'm going to tell you right now, I guarantee you, most low-budget films like this are probably not going to get that high of a score for production. This one, I give it a solid 3. I'll give it that. It's fair enough. I'm surprised you gave it a seal of approval, but fair enough. I will cut that. So,
expected?
No, very much. I wasn't expecting to see. I didn't think we were going to give a fucking Noble Pile to this movie, but I didn't think a seal would be anywhere. So
one movie already got a pile, and one movie already have a.
There was a couple piles. There was a movies that got a couple piles, not overall piles, but within the general categories. They did get a couple piles, but this is the first category, especially production, which is wild because this is probably the lowest budget film we've ever done. And
you think so?
I think so. I think this is probably the lowest budget. Yeah, I probably. If the only other thing that I think could be the lower budget than this is maybe The Taking of Deborah Logan.
Deborah Logan was pretty low budget. And even X, believe it or not, was very low budget.
I think X might have still had a more powerful budget than this one.
More powerful budget. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said, I don't know. I didn't expect it for production. Maybe I could see you giving a seal of approval for like maybe the story or something. I could see that. I could see because I know you would have fucking loved the story. But the production didn't expect that. Didn't expect it.
Primarily because of the color work was amazing. The art was great for me, at least. And
no, fair enough. I ain't even gonna shit on it. I'm not even gonna argue with it. Like I said, I personally can't give it a. Now, normally, if you would have given a seal, I'd be like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" But I'm not gonna argue with you on this one because, fair enough. I can't give it a seal, but you know what? That's fair enough. It was a good movie. Fair enough. So we move on to our last but not least, overall rating of the movie. What do you give the overall rating for Mandy? What do you give the overall score rating? That is 1 through 10, or Noble Pile, or seal of approval. What do you give it?
I'm going to give it an 8.5. The acting was great. The gore was just enough to make the movie work. The artwork was amazing to me. And overall, what did I say? 8.5.
8.5. All right, fair enough. Fair enough. You got me in most of the scores. I definitely didn't beat you in any scores. But again, I'm not going to give it a solidly low score. I'm going to give it. It's still above average, which is surprising for a low budget film. I want people to understand before I give this rating. This is a low budget film. So by me giving these scores, this is actually good scores for a low budget film. I'm going to give it a 7.5. Like it's definitely above average. It was really well. The story was it was okay. The acting was on point. I definitely think the acting for me was probably the highest thing that I enjoyed. The gore was very, very nice. I appreciated the gore. Ironically enough, no outrageous amounts of nudity. Which was, again, we've said not every movie needs that.
This movie didn't really need it. It was great to see it because it was funny more than anything.
Yeah.
With Jeremiah.
And then, with Jeremiah and then the porn scene and shit, whatever. Yeah. But nothing crazy.
And then the animated titties at the end. That was about it.
Yeah. So, all in all, I think it was a solid movie. The production, like I said, while yes, I did give it a fairly lower score, above average, but low score, because it is an indie film, that's still... for the budget, that's still not bad. I couldn't give it a seal.
For the budget, it was a great film. It was a good.
No, for the budget, it was absolutely a good. You could tell that it was a low budget. Like I said, like we both said in the beginning of this episode, it is a really good smelling turd. Like
I don't know. This to me was more like a perfume that my wife. A turd that my wife dug out the toilet. Gently put it on a plate, wrapped it up, put a little lasso on it, really nice, you know what I'm saying, and then presented it to me. It was a good piece of shit.
It's a good piece of shit with a bow on it and shit.
With a bow on it. Loved it.
It was a holiday poo. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. I lassoed it up.
It was a great gift. Yep. She lassoed it up and everything. Pour perfume over it, everything.
Oh, that is fucking great.
With a nice glass of whiskey.
Absolutely. So, there you have it, guys. You get my 7.5. You get his 8.5. You get all the rest of the scores there. We definitely suggest, if you haven't, which I don't know why you're watching this right now, if you haven't fucking... Now, here's the thing. I did say at some point, I don't know if I've done it at this point. I'm not sure. This has got to go through fucking editing. But I don't know if you guys are seeing it yet. But I did say eventually I would have a little chapter break somewhere in the actual live videos. And you would be able to skip to the ratings if you wanted. So if we are at that point, which I don't know if we are, if we're at that point and you've skipped to the rating of the film, fine, bravo. Hopefully we got you to at least watch the movie. Either way, if you haven't watched the movie, go watch the movie. If you have watched the movie, we hope you like what we said, and we hope you agree with us. If not, fire off in those comments.
Let us know.
Fire off. Let us know.
Yeah.
Let me take this
off. If you think I'm crazy for giving it such a high score in production, let me know. I would love to know.
Oh no, you're absolutely fucking crazy for that fucking. I'm not. I'm gonna let it go because it is what it is. But man, for production, I don't know if it should have got the seal of approval, but whatever.
It was a beautiful film.
No, it was a good film. I just
gorgeous.
Man, fucking Hellraiser didn't even get it. Well, we weren't doing production at that time. So,
no, we weren't. Yeah.
So I don't know what that would have gotten. But whatever. Point is, here it is. Watch it, guys. If you haven't watched it already, it's definitely a good movie. If you're watching this in chronological order, and you're watching this on its release, which is Friday the 30th now, it is a couple days away from New Year's Eve. We are about to go. This is the last episode of 2022.
Yes. So
happy fucking New Year's! By the next time you see us, it will be a whole new year. We will be in 2023, and hopefully it brings us into some good films.
Hopefully it's a better year and better films too.
Better films. But this is a good way to end the year off. I will say, if we were going to end it off with any kind of film, I'm glad we didn't, because the last one was a fucking stinker. So I'm hoping we start off start off 2023 with a good fucking film. Don't know. We'll see. The next film we work on. Go ahead.
Okay, good. Yeah, no. I was actually going to ask, and please tell me you remember the name of the next movie, because I don't.
I do.
I picked it. I don't remember the name.
You fucking picked the movie. Yeah. This is his pick. Smile.
Smile. That's right.
Smile. If you haven't seen it, where is that on? Paramount, I believe.
It is on Paramount. Yeah.
Paramount Plus. If you have Paramount Plus, go give it a go. Give it a watch, so you are prepared for the next episode. That is on Paramount Plus. I believe it's the only place it is. So that is going to be the next episode.
The only place I found it, yeah.
That is next Friday. That is the first episode of 2023. We will be doing Smile. So make sure to go check that out.
A year with a smile.
Yeah, make sure you get in there and watch that film so you can join us in the comments and the discussion on this film and all the other films, of course. Join us in the discussion. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure to like, follow, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay up to date with all the things that we do here, okay? That's very important. And leave those comments down. Leave the comments and all that other shit down there, because you don't understand how important that shit is. Plus, that's how we can interact with you. That or Discord. Yeah. This is the two places, okay? If you're listening to this show, because like I said, by now you have been listening to it on Spotify Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Amazon, so forth and so on. They should be everywhere by now. If you're listening to that, make sure to subscribe to our podcast on your desired platform, of course. And please, if you can, check us out in the video, because I mean, our faces aren't that bad looking.
No, not too bad.
Not too bad.
No nightmares, at least.
Yeah, no. We're not the scariest part about our show.
No.
So check us out on the YouTube channel. Get in the URL. That URL again is linktr.ee/noble, NOBULL_GI. That is linktr.ee/NOBULL_GI. Get in that URL. That is all things Noble and all things Noble associated. Okay, you will find everything from the YouTube channel, the Twitch channel, the Discord, the Facebook channel, the fucking with the TikTok, all that shit. Discord, it's all in there. And then you'll also find Noble associated things from the VNG network, the Synth Pop Radio, so forth and so on. Get in there, guys. It is very important. You'll also find all of our, if you're not listening to us, because maybe you're listening to us, maybe you're watching us, but if you are listening to us, I don't know, in your car, to work or whatever, because we would love that. Just don't get in any car accidents. If you're listening to us in the audio format, then yeah, get us over on the Spotify. It's all going to be in there. It's all in that URL.
We're everywhere. Yeah. We're like a plague.
We are like a plague. We're going to be in your mom's undies. We're like fucking herps.
We're like crabs and everything. Bro.
Yeah, we're everywhere. Just in your fucking. It's fucked up. But yeah,
we're in the shaft. What he was trying to say.
Absolutely. We're like those little fish that if you're in the fucking exotics and you pee in the water and they swim up your piss hole.
The legless lizards.
Yeah, you go up there. We get stuck. We get stuck in your urethra.
That's right.
But with that said, we hope you guys enjoyed the show. We enjoy doing it, of course. This is the last episode of 2022, so we hope you guys have a fantastic New Year's and New Year's Eve. We hope that you bring New Year's in with a fucking blast. And we hope that you've enjoyed the show so far and that you've made it this far. That you've stuck with us for the last couple months. Like, what's this, episode 10?
Yeah. So what is this? Like, geez, 4 or 5 months now?
No, not that fucking long. No, we started in October.
Oh.
Motherfucker, goddamn, we ain't been that long. But no, still, we've been
3 months, yeah.
We've been around for a couple months now, and you guys have been dealing with us, dealing with our bullshit, dealing with our upgrades. As you know, that the show has definitely gone through a lot of production changes, and has for the better. But you've watched us grow. You've watched us continue to just be better, and we hope that you enjoy it.
And it's thanks to you guys, because again, I always like to say that without you, there is no us.
Absolutely.
What do we do if no one's going to watch it?
We watch horror movies and all this other shit. We talk about it on the regular, but we always like the idea of being able to share our opinions and discuss it with other people. So that's what this is for. We hope you guys enjoy it and come join us in the discussions, because it's very important to us. But with that said, do you have any parting words for the people on this end of year episode?
I just hope that your new year is great. Live long and prosper, and peace.
Good.
Oh yeah.
I will say as well, I hope you guys have a fantastic New Year's Eve and New Year's. I hope you bring it in with a bang, and your next year is a phenomenal one. And I hope you come to join us for the next episode, which is next Friday on Smile. With that said, though, I will bid you all farewell. Happy New Year, guys, and stay spooky. Peace out.
Peace.